is enough said.
Happy Friday, Heat Nation! It's Friday, your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Y'all know I got an extra pep in my step. It's weekend time. I'm ready to rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, click that notification bell. You know the drill. Let's roll. Okay, so today, y'all, I think it's going to be 50-50. I think half of you are going to love this video, half of you might hate this video. Because we are back on Damian Lillard watch. Damian Lillard, what the hell are we talking about? I'm sure some of you have already read the reports, heard about what happened. Zach Lowe was on his podcast show with Bill Simmons. Why do I bring up Zach Lowe? Because Zach Lowe is one of the best NBA reporters out there. Bill Simmons too, even though he's a Celtics fan and we don't really, F with him. But anyways, Zach Lowe brought up something on the show. Bill Simmons agreed, and I think it's something we should talk about. Now, before people start trolling and saying, why are you talking about Damian Lillard again? Come on, why? Y'all got to know something. Damian Lillard's got a special place in my heart. Last offseason, 2023, that offseason, my channel was pretty much at like 600 subscribers. I was questioning if I still wanted to do this. I'm a pro wrestler. That's what I do. This is something I was doing for fun. Because people would tell me, like when I would talk about Miami Heat, people would say, bro, you should start talking about this on YouTube. And when the Damian Lillard thing happened, I was bringing you guys updates every day on Damian Lillard, doing my best to keep y'all updated because I was trying to decipher through the BS and the hate that was out there that people were causing. And I was just trying to give y'all straight facts on what was happening. And within that, my channel grew from 600 subscribers. Now we about to hit 5,000. So y'all are the reason why I'm doing this. But Damian Lillard, I thank him every day because he's the reason why, honestly, I'm pushing to do this. I'm pushing to do it full time, actually. So I appreciate you, Damian Lillard. So I want to read a quote that Zach Lowe mentioned. Because it's saying that Zach Lowe bets that the Miami Heat circles back to the Damian Lillard if Milwaukee struggled during the season. Zach Lowe says, and I quote, "The move would be Dame. I bet you Miami would revisit the failed Dame talks. You need to recoup some draft picks, hero, whatever fake Dame trade you want to speculate about. This is a never-ending cycle." End quote. That's exactly what this is. It's a never-ending cycle. It's a bunch of crap. It's horse manure. It's BS. It's whatever bad word you want to put on it. I ain't trying to say that, but it's pretty much not true, y'all, because Damian Lillard hasn't requested a trade. He's not leaving Milwaukee. For all we know, he's happy there. But there was a lot of times during the regular season, you guys, that you didn't see Damian Lillard as happy as he claimed. He spent 11 years with Portland. He gave that franchise his all. We've talked about this before. Damian Lillard was traded to Milwaukee, and we know that's not where he wanted to go. He wanted Miami. He wanted to play next to Bam Adebayo, play with Jimmy Butler. He went to Milwaukee. Now, check this out, you guys, because his last season in Portland, he averaged about 32 points a game. He played 36 minutes, averaged almost 21 attempts a game, almost 11 three-point attempts a game. He was averaging 37% from the three-point line. Damian Lillard was a baller, man. But his time in Milwaukee, his numbers diminished. He played more games. He played 73 games last year. Averaged 24.3 points a game, 7 assists, 4.5 rebounds. He averaged 35% from the three-point line, one of his career lowest. And his field goal percentage dipped to 42%. But look at this, you guys. It's because Damian Lillard's shot attempts went down. He went from 21 shot attempts a game to 17, 4 less shots a game. He went from 11 three-point shots attempt a game to 8.5, 3 less. Damian Lillard is not playing the way that he wants to play with Milwaukee. He has to work around with Giannis's game, Chris Middleton's game. Giannis is the star there. I said this so many times in the offseason. And for those of y'all that remember, because y'all rided with me starting with this Damian Lillard journey. But I said from day one, the reason why Damian Lillard is the perfect fit with the Miami Heat is because he's exactly what we need and we're exactly what he needs. He needs to go to a team where he is the focal point, the number one option. He's a scoring point guard. He just turned 34 years old. This dude can still hoop. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Say whatever you want about his age. He takes great care of himself. He's a hooper, and he's one of the best scorers in the NBA. Hands down. You put this guy in the Miami Heat next to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. You're taking a Jimmy Butler who's 35 years old and you're telling Jimmy you don't have to do all of it. You can let this guy be the scorer. You can turn it on when you need to. And Bam Adebayo, my God, you guys, how many times have we said this? Bam Adebayo is the perfect complementary piece to any superstar in the NBA. Name a superstar, throw him next to Bam Adebayo, it works. That's what I'm trying to say. Bam is the most versatile player in the NBA. He's one of the very best two-way players in the NBA right now. At what he can do at his size, incredible. You put Damian Lillard on this team, bam, you got it. And I know a lot of people, well, you're going to get, some people may give their negative responses. Some people may not feel it won't work. Maybe not. But I'm telling y'all right now, Damian Lillard is exactly what this Miami Heat team needs. You put Damian Lillard on this team, instant contenders against Boston. I don't care what anyone has to say. Instant contenders. Because you put in Damian Lillard with a bunch of dogs. Damian Lillard in Milwaukee has to find himself. He's playing in Milwaukee. Sorry, Milwaukee, but Miami, come on. You know Dame would rather play in Miami. The chances are for something like this to happen, y'all, really slim. Dame made his choice. He made his bed. He's got to lay in it. And one thing I will agree about what Big O has said in the past, he's a little bit of a punk. Stand your ground. If you wanted to go to Miami, and we've talked about this so much, if y'all really want to know my opinions, go back in those videos. There's so many of them. But I've said this multiple times. If you wanted to come to Miami, you should have looked at Joe Cronin and played chicken and go, no, I'm not going anywhere else. It's Miami or bust. He didn't want to take that approach. He wanted to give back to the organization, I guess. And it is what it is. You respect him as a man for that, but business end, if you want to go somewhere, you got to put your foot down. You got to be willing to play chicken, and you got to be willing to play hardball. The fact was Damian Lillard was not, so he got sent somewhere else. You got to give respect to Joe Cronin for that at least. We don't like him here, but respect for that. But the question is, would Milwaukee actually trade Damian Lillard to Miami? I don't think so. Unless Milwaukee is not playing great and Dame asks out. That's the only way. Could that happen? Maybe. Giannis and Dame Lillard, you guys, it didn't work in the playoffs because they got injured. It still can work. I'm sure Damian Lillard is looking at this team thinking it could work. This is a situation only if it doesn't work during the season. And I'm sure the Heat would jump on it. Question is, what do you give up for a Damian Lillard? And this is the real question we have, you guys. Because, yeah, in the offseason in 2023, we were all for it. Well, at least half of us were. But a lot of you that were in my comments said it from day one. You don't want to trade the young up-and-coming stars. Because if you trade for Damian Lillard, you're going to have to give up a lot. You may have to give up anywhere, like maybe not everyone, but you're going to have to give up a mix of Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Khalil Ware, maybe even some of our younger pieces like Pell Larson, Kashad Johnson. These are developing players that you want to keep. And one thing I love about this roster, you guys, say what you want. People can talk trash about this roster, but on paper, fully healthy, we can compete with anyone. And what I love about us, we can compete with anyone for this year, but we have a lot of solid pieces for the future. That's what I love about this Miami Heat roster. But the question is, what will we give up for Damian Lillard? It would have to be a package involving Tyler Hero. And remember, you guys, Tyler Hero is from Milwaukee. Maybe this works. Maybe this is the reason why Damian Lillard wasn't traded to Miami. Hey, maybe it's the universe. Maybe it's God. Maybe they're like, no, we're not going to send Tyler Hero to Portland. We're going to send him back home to Milwaukee. You do a package of Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, add a young piece like Nikola Jovic, throw in some draft capital. Maybe it works. The numbers work. So I want to hear from you, Heat Nation. Would you be willing to trade for Damian Lillard, knowing that he has 3 more years on his contract, getting paid until 2027? Well, he'll turn 36. So now you're no longer building for the future. You're building to win now. And then you have to talk about Jimmy Butler with extending him. So that's a whole other conversation. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, y'all. We pushing for 5,000 subscribers. Wish one was at 6,000, but hey, remember the challenge, y'all. You get me to 5,000 subscribers by the beginning of the season, we're doing a $50 giveaway. Thank y'all for the continued support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can get all the updates. Until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Yeah, buddy. Happy Friday.